and welcome to my channel, Overcoming Gluttony. My name is Alicia, and I used to weigh 327 pounds, and I currently weigh 260 pounds. And I've been blessed and fortunate to keep this weight off for almost 3 years. And on my channel, I vlog daily. Plus, every week I show you all the food that I have in my household. Like, we're looking in my refrigerator, my food pantry, my freezer. And I also show you what I've meal prepped and all of the junk food that I've eaten for the week. We also grow microgreens together, which we'll be getting back into in, let's say, 2 weeks or so from now. We'll start growing some more microgreens. So let's chit chat about erupting painful points. Erupting painful points. Many of us probably use food to cope when we are going through pain. I know that I myself personally picked up 80 pounds when my little sister committed suicide at age 12. Actually, I didn't gain 80 pounds then. What happened was I was starting to get bigger. I was moving from the size 10 to the size 14, and I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to go back to being bigger. And I lost the weight. And then 6 months later, when my grandmother died, I was like, forget it. And I gained 80 pounds by going to Mexican restaurants to cope and eating strawberry flavored milkshakes with extra cherries and brownies and just really letting myself go. Also, during the pandemic, I picked up 27 pounds. I wasn't really stressed during the shut-in. I was fortunate to still go to work, and very fortunate for me, there were churches where I lived that stayed open, and I was able to still attend church. I think that I picked up my extra weight during the pandemic because I wasn't as active as I would usually be, and the delivery services were free. So yeah, that's not funny. But anyway, my point is, a lot of times many of us may use food to cope when we face painful situations. We use ice cream, chocolate, sugar, processed foods, fancy restaurants, whatever, to cope. I'm happy that now, as I'm making these changes in my life, I'm no longer doing that. For my birthday, which isn't a painful situation, it's a joyous occasion, but I'm just giving you an example of how I've changed. For my birthday, instead of going out to eat at 4 to 6 restaurants and buying 2 pounds of candy, of C's candy, and getting carrot cake and cheesecake, and what else did I do? Carrot cake, cheesecake, 2 pounds of C's candy, eating at like 4 to 6 different restaurants, and Baskin Robbins. 10 pints, 10 of these little size Baskin Robbins in my freezer. Instead of celebrating that way, I'm choosing to exercise more. Instead of walking 30 hours in a month, I want to walk 60 hours. Instead of buying ice cream, I want to buy myself a rebounder, which is a mini trampoline. I believe that when I face a painful point in the future, I believe that I won't use food to cope. I can't say for sure because I don't know, but I believe that I won't use food to cope. What do you think you will do when you face a painful point, whether it be the tragic death of a family member or when the world is shaken by some situation where the government forces things upon us. How will you cope? How would you like to cope? I believe that I won't cope using food because I know how hard it is to lose the weight. It would be good for you to think within your own mind. If something tragic happened, what would I like to do? How would I like to cope? Now, some of you have probably already done this due to a previous vlog that I had where I was like, write out your ideal plan of how you would respond to. But let's update ourselves. And maybe rather than just sticking to an area where, during tragic situations, I'd like to cope like this. How would you like to cope during situations like the holidays? Or during happy situations, like when something really great happens to you that was completely unexpected? Do you want to use food to cope? Is that a good choice? Outline different ways you would like to cope when life is at its extremes, whether it's extremely perplexing or extremely sorrowful or extremely joyous. How would you like to cope? So I would like to report to you that I have been successful with accomplishing my 2023 health goals. This morning I did drink 60 ounces of water as well as eat 4 servings of raw vegetables for breakfast. And I walked for an hour before going to work. And I am meeting my health goals at 97% of the time. So I'd like to read to you a poem that I wrote. It's titled, Tears Are Going to Come, But Isn't It Worth It? Tears are going to come, but isn't it worth it? Praise the Lord, dear soldier, and allow me to pick you up. I see your situation is hard and that Satan wants you to think you're stuck. I'm not going to place sugar where there's genuine pain. I'm not going to smile about the sunshine as you're covered with rain. Your situation is trying, I can certainly tell. You will be living proof that the church will withstand the gates of hell. Let God fight this battle. Let Him lead you along the way. He's promised to never leave you. In His arms safely stay. Know for sure that He will always have your back. And when the enemy comes like a flood, know that you are well sheltered from the attack. So put your I'm fighting smile on and harden up your chin. With a hug, dear soldier, I promise we're guaranteed to win. Thank you for your time. I will see you all tomorrow for Weigh-In Wednesday. Yes. Tomorrow is Weigh-In Wednesday. Join me. Find out what my new weight is for the week. Also, you'll be able to hear my non-scale victories, see all the bad food I've eaten for the week, and hear about the lies that I've told myself regarding health matters. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.